Welcome to the channel. Insight number 2. Eliminating desire. Based on the understanding pertaining to the 3 negative states we just covered, many individuals might be tempted to simply suggest that everything can be solved through the elimination of desire, since it is the root of suffering. Without desire, there can be no suffering or dissatisfaction, and thus no negative experiences or negative associations. However, what is being overlooked is that our ultimate goal is not to eliminate suffering and dissatisfaction. This simply comes as a consequence of our actual goal. The goal is to gain the capacity to direct our life experience as we please. In order for us to achieve this, some amount of desire is inevitably required. Desire is actually embedded within our goal, as we please. Unless we plan to live as renunciate/holy person who has absolutely no aspirations and can earnestly say that they have no expectations toward any situation/circumstance, we cannot achieve a fulfilled life without desire. And even if we are to attempt to live in such a manner where we renounce all desire, expectations, there are several problems with a theory that claims we will put an end to suffering if we cease to desire. If we were newly born and completely avoided desire from the very onset of our life experience, we could technically live a life completely free of suffering and dissatisfaction. This approach of blocking the root of suffering in order to avoid the aforementioned, along with dissatisfaction entirely, only works if employed at the beginning of our life. Otherwise, we already have negative associations that will trigger via our environment, input number 1, and ultimately cause us suffering. Eliminating desire at an arbitrary point during our life experience does not necessarily guarantee we will not suffer, since it does nothing to eliminate the negative associations already established. Additionally, this approach can potentially make matters worse since we have now relinquished our goals and ambitions, as we have no motivation or purpose. Once negative associations have taken root in our network of associations, more than just abandoning all desire is required. A more comprehensive and informed approach is needed in order to gain the capacity to direct our life experience in accordance with our will. It is crucial to comprehend that some desire is necessary, in the sense that it is what gives us something to walk toward. Without desire, our life has no meaning, no purpose or direction. Although it is not possible to eliminate desire, or even advisable, it is imperative to manage this. Unlike desire, suffering and dissatisfaction are something we can completely do without. By managing desire, we decrease the number of instances where we can potentially lack emotional awareness and allow our negative emotions to place us in a state of dissatisfaction. Controlling our thoughts and negative emotions is crucial in avoiding the state of dissatisfaction. However, if we simply do not set up the dynamic for dissatisfaction to come into existence, by decreasing our desires, we also minimize the aforementioned along with suffering. The more things/circumstances we are able to accept as they are without having expectations, the less likely we will fall into dissatisfaction. This is why it is important to manage desire by not wanting everything to be a certain way, just what is important to us. We must realize and accept that we cannot control every single thing. This is the hardest part and the most difficult thing to do. This is the roadblock that will keep most individuals trapped in suffering. Any one thing can be our demise if we are not mindful of our desires, along with our emotions. Like in our example in Chapter 3 regarding the 2 individuals with the companies that were adversely affected due to declining economic conditions, one individual quickly recuperated from the situation while the other was dragged down and unable to escape from the state of dissatisfaction. The more chances we open ourselves up to be disappointed, the more chances our life experience has of falling into a perpetual state of dissatisfaction. Think about how many things we are dissatisfied with throughout our day due to circumstances not panning out in the manner we anticipated. All these instances can potentially place us in a state of dissatisfaction and ultimately bring about suffering. We can, of course, and will, learn to control our emotions so that we do not slip into dissatisfaction. But it also helps to cut out some expectations, some desires, so as to lessen the chances of us propagating suffering and dissatisfaction within our life experience. Download the complete book in order to follow along from the website. The link is in both the video and the channel description. Thank you so much.